I want to show you how to get way more clients in just 2 simple steps. My name is KJ, I make $60K a month, I have a high ticket coaching offer, and I've had over 70 clients in the past couple of months, and I'm going to show you exactly how I got them using these simple principles. You see, coming from copywriting as my background, there's a lot of complicated stuff. Everyone has all these different ideas for the funnels and how to use different words and story selling and all these kind of marketing tactics. And I've been looking for a way to really make it simple. Like, how do we follow just simple principles? Because simplicity scales. And simplicity gives you the ability to focus. And I've boiled it down to 2 main things that if you use, I promise you, you will get more clients. So I hope you're excited. Let's get into it. Number 1, exchange catalyst. What you're trying to do by getting a client is you're trying to facilitate an exchange. Someone has a problem, you have a solution to that problem. Both people are sad in this scenario if there's no exchange. When you exchange, you get their money, they get a solution to the problem they have. Everyone's happy, if you're not a scammer, if you sell a good product, of course. So how do we catalyze that exchange? How do we speed it up? How do we make this exchange happen? Because this is probably your problem. You have a good product, you have a good service, but you can't get people to buy it. So how do we do it? How do we get that exchange? It all comes down to 2 simple things. I've thought about this for months, and I'm very excited to bring it to you, okay? Pain and confidence. Those are the exchange catalysts. The more pain someone is feeling, and the more confident they are that you can solve it, the more likely an exchange is going to happen. And we do this by hitting what I like to call action thresholds. And I got this idea from Charlie Morgan, and I absolutely love it. So I want you to imagine that there's an XP bar for pain and confidence. And you have all of these leads, all these people who have a problem that you can solve. If you're not getting people to exchange money with you, guess why? It's because their bar of pain and confidence is not high enough to trigger the action. You're not catalyzing the exchange. So what you must do is create more pain and create more confidence. And if you do that, it's just a law of physics. You will get an exchange. So some people who join my program have been watching me for months, and I presented this to them on a coaching call, very in depth, and I asked them to think, why did they buy my program? When they first saw me, they were in pain a little bit. Then they kept watching my videos. They kept seeing my outreach stuff. And they realized that, oh wow, I don't know as much as I think I do. And there's a lot more to this copywriting thing, to actually making money. What happened? I created pain. I told them specifically what their problem was, and what they needed to focus on, created more pain. They kept watching my video. I solved small problems for them, created confidence. I showed them testimonials, social proof, confidence. I kept showing up, giving them value every day, confidence. And to the one point, the pain and confidence got so high, it triggered the action and they joined the program. Now I'm helping them solve their problem. And so if you want to get way more clients, stop worrying about all this crazy stuff. All funnels work, all outreach, all outbound systems work, like everything can work. But it's just a matter of this. Do you have the exchange catalyst in place? Do you build enough pain? And do you build enough confidence? So you're probably wondering, KJ, how the frick do we do that? Thanks for telling us, but how do we do it? Well, that's where number 2 comes into play. I call these persuasion principles. You might think persuasion is bad, or it's corny, or you don't want to persuade people. Actually, you don't want to convince people. There's a huge difference. I am not in the business of convincing. I'm not going to convince anyone to do anything. I'm in the business of persuading, making them want to do what I want them to do. See, in convincing, these people have already decided they don't want to do something, but when you persuade them, they already want to do what you want them to. This sounds a little complicated, but let me give you a really simple example. I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, me and my friends liked to go to the mall. That was a big thing. We would walk through the mall, we'd go to the sneaker store. If we were lucky, if we just got paid from our part-time jobs, we'd buy a pair of sneakers. We'd go buy some gum, some popcorn. We were at the mall to spend money. That was the fun thing to do. But every once in a while, as we were walking through like the main corridor, there'd be these people that would come up and try to peddle you like vacation things or sell you on give them $1 for their mixtape. And what would we do? We'd be like, no. We keep moving. Don't look at them. Was it right? I don't know. But like, that's what we would do, right? So you hate being sold to, but you love to buy. And by leveraging persuasion principles, you can create an environment where people want to buy. And so you must understand the principles of persuasion. How do you actually persuade someone? How do you create a buying environment where someone wants to buy from you? There's a ton of people who really want to buy from me. They might be you. Most of them don't have the money to afford my program and stuff, but they want to buy. And the reason is because I am learning and slowly mastering these persuasion principles. And there are a lot of these guys. Like, I'm discovering new ones every day and fleshing them out daily, making a massive list. But I want you to focus on these big three. If you can just focus on the three I'm going to show you today, this will transform your business if you just really focus on this, okay? Number one, specificity. Specificity is insanely powerful. In fact, I'm learning how powerful this is more and more every single day. The first step is specificity in the problem you solve. You are not Alex Hormozi. I am not Alex Hormozi. I can't roll up and say, hey, I'm going to triple your business. Very general, very broad. We can't do that. We have to solve specific problems. So you want to start very small. If you can't provide $10,000 worth of value, then don't try to. Try to provide $100. Maybe you can just set them up an email welcome sequence. Or you can, help them land 10 clients with an inbound appointment setting. Maybe it's just to sell a simple product that solves one small problem. When I first started copywriting, this guy on Twitter sold an email welcome sequence, template, and course, like a little mini course, for $250. It was very specific, very niche for copywriters who needed to write an email welcome sequence. Guess what? I bought it, and I used it to make $2K. So I sold someone an email welcome sequence for $2K. I bought his for $250, made a dope sequence, and made them a lot of money. Everyone was happy. So you don't have to solve the entire world hunger. You don't have to build the autonomous car. You have to start very, very small with your problem. And then your offer needs to be specific. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to help you make more money. Do you see how lackluster that is? Or I'm going to help you achieve your dream body. You have to have specificity. It has to be able to paint a picture in their mind. So for instance, dream body versus I'll help you add 3 to 4 inches on your arms in 90 days. You see how that is specific benefit for a specific type of person in a specific time frame. Add specificity. In your outreach, when you're doing outreach, if you say, oh, I help content creators, versus I help educational YouTubers who have over 100,000 subscribers. That specificity makes it feel like it is for them. You have to have specificity. That persuades people. They're more likely to listen to you because guess what? It builds pain and confidence, right? This is all these do is build pain and confidence, the exchange catalyst. Next, reciprocity. This one is massive. I've leveraged it my entire business career the past 3 years. These videos I make, free value, solving your problems for free. My outreaches were free value. I send people free stuff to solve their problems. Everything I do is just reciprocity. What happens is people do not want to feel like they owe you. Humans want everything to be fair. We have this inner desire that God has given us for fairness. Like we just want things to be even. And so when you give someone something for free, they don't necessarily like it inside of them. They feel like they owe you, so they want to repay you something. This is massive, whether it be for outreach or for beginning people to just buy your stuff. Like the more your stuff has helped to benefit someone, the more they want to take action with whatever you're presenting them. So every single person who has bought my program has watched my free YouTube videos. They've received value. And they thought, wow, if this guy helped me solve a small problem, I bet he can help me solve a bigger problem. Confidence. It builds insane confidence. And this is probably your issue. You can't get people to give you money because guess what? They just don't trust you. They don't have confidence you can solve their problems. Versus if you just gave them something in advance, showed them you can help them, for free, they would reciprocate that. And this can be used everywhere. These are just very small examples, guys. Next is consistency. This one is so overlooked, but it is so powerful. This is why I make videos every freaking day. Do you want to know why? Because people love consistency. Consistency builds insane confidence. Insane confidence. If I show up every single day to help you with these videos, you start to believe that, man, how much more is he going to help me if I actually invest money into his program, into his coaching? Probably a lot. Because if I'm consistent in uploading, if I'm consistently adding value, one day you're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to join this program. And this is also big for pain. This is why we send so many follow-ups. Think about how many good days you have and bad days you have. Your pain is already random, you know? Like you just have a bad day where you're not feeling good. You're just more painful than some days. And so by being consistent, by always being around, by always showing up, by always following up on outreach, by always posting content, by always running ads, you're going to capture people who just have those random fluctuations. We're like, you know what? Screw it. Today sucks. I need help. I'm going to buy this thing, right? This is massive. You want to know why you see the same ads over and over and over again? It's because consistency and familiarity. Why do you think you love your parents so much? Well, reciprocity, one thing, and also consistency. Sam Ovens quote, he's saying, why do you love your parents? He's like, it's the impressions, the impressions. It's because you get so many impressions. The same reason why you get the same ad 50 times is because you just grow to be familiar and like the ad more just because you've seen it more. This is also why I post every single day, right? You guys are getting familiar with me. And the more you see of me, the more you're going to like me. The more you're going to be persuaded by me. Which is a good thing, right? Persuasion is not bad. Convincing is, but persuading is not. And so this is how you get more clients. Just focus on these two things. That is it. Exchange catalyst. How do you add more pain and more confidence in your entire funnel? Your entire funnel. View it through the lens of pain. How do I add more pain? How do I be more specific? How do I show them more free value? How do I be consistent? How do I add more confidence? How do I be specific in what I solve? Specific in the problem, specific in the offer, specific in the person I help. How do I show reciprocity? How do I give them something for free? How do I be consistent? If you do that, you will increase the levels of pain, increase the levels of confidence, and people will actually start to exchange with you. And this takes time. This isn't going to happen overnight. But if you're consistent in doing these things, guess what? You will see results. So hopefully this video helps you, and hopefully you sign a lot more clients using this. And see you guys in the next one. But before you leave a freaking comment on how you're going to increase pain and confidence in whatever you do right now. This will increase the likelihood of you taking action like 100-fold. So comment below, how are you going to increase pain? How are you going to increase confidence? And which one of these 3 persuasion principles are you going to use? Love you guys. See you later.